Welcome. Welcome to the premiere. I hope to see many of you here. And hi to everybody who is here. Obviously, since there's a premiere, I can't see you live time, but I'll still be in chat, just watching along, seeing how y'all react. So, before we answer the question of what is Vahl, what is going on, why am I doing this, let's answer this question on screen. What is Brawlhalla? Brawlhalla is a free-to-play 2D platformer fighting game with a cast of mostly original characters. It's a very dear to my heart game. I've played it on the channel multiple times, and despite it giving me lots of rage, I still do love the game. It's a very fun game to just mess around with, whether by yourself against bots or with friends. It's a very fun game, and it's free too. So, Vahl. Vahl is a fan-made Pokemon region based on Brawlhalla. I've had this idea for a while, and only recently, a few months ago, has it really started picking up since I've gotten some artists helping me out. And before we get into Pokemon, starters, all that stuff, all characters not created by us, which means legends from Brawlhalla and any existing Pokemon made by Game Freak, do not belong to us. They belong to their rightful owners, which are Ubisoft and BMG and Game Freak. So, what does the roster of Brawlhalla mean to the region? Well, there are 66 legends in Brawlhalla, 64 of which being original characters, and only two, being owned by other companies, Rayman and Ezio, I'm pretty sure both being owned by Ubisoft. So what do they mean for the region? Well, some of them are gym leaders in the region, some of them are Elite Four, and others are just important characters to the story, such as Olgrim here being the one to give you your starter after you collect them elsewhere. It's a whole thing. I'll explain it in an eventual lore document, kind of telling you how the story would play out if this were to be a game. But they also mean that every legend here, so all 66, including Ezio and Rayman, are getting a Pokemon based on them, whether it be a regional evolution, a regional form, or a brand new Pokemon. And speaking... Oh wait, we're not there yet. Forgot. Geography of the region. It's a very simple geography, a big circle sliced up into pizza slices, with a central hub in the middle. Each of these types is a gym leader. We have Dark, Electric, Ice, Ghost, Psychic, Grass, Poison, and Rock. Sorry. I'll explain what the E4 is later on, because there is a special thing with them. But for the gym leaders here, you can take them on in any order you want to, and they do scale with how many badges you have as of right now. And if this were to be a game, which it unfortunately won't be, I don't know how to code, and I don't know anybody who can. But if this were to be a game, you could take them on in any order. They would scale with you, but there would be a level cap to avoid you from getting too over-leveled for when you fight your first gym. Obviously, if you're just going to over-level your Pokemon, what's the point of even taking on the gym challenge if you're just going to be too strong for them anyway? You gotta have an even playing field. Now, big thing here, we are getting into the starters. So the starters, they took a while to get completed, some of them more so than others, because we just had a bit of struggle with the design of them. But eventually, we finally got them done, and I am so happy to reveal them. So your grass starter is Sprigatito. We're doing a sort of Legends of Arceus type thing where we're giving older starters new things. In this case, instead of regional forms for their final forms, it's a brand new Pokemon entirely. And for Sprigatito here, we have Tezcarada, the Luchador Pokemon. Off to the right, you can see its normal color and its shiny color. We're going to do shiny justices. We're not going to make any bad shinies, obviously. We're going to make them at least noticeable. So, Tezcarada, it is a grass and fighting type. Its dex entry states that these Pokemon love a good battle. They'll go out into the wild and look for any other Pokemon to battle with. Other Pokemon trying to hurt Tezcarada are thrown off by the excitement it shows for a good battle. You can also see the pronunciation down here, but if you didn't catch it, it's Tezcarada. So, the inspiration. Tezcarada is based on Tezca, the luchador, pictured right. He is a wrestler. His weapons are gauntlets and battle boots. And something I'm going to do for this region, I don't see many people when they make regions doing this, but I'm going to share beta designs, kind of how the process of what we did to get to the current state of the Pokemon. Off to the far left is the first ever draft of Tezcarada. We try to make it more in line with Meowscarada, make it more Ampharos, more like a buff wrestler, but the head, as you can see, kind of looked off to the rest of the body. And we tweaked it a few times, but I eventually told Chris, my beta Pokemon designer, why don't we put it on 4 legs, see how that looks? And that's what the middle is. The middle is the second draft of Pokemon, and it looks so much better in my opinion. It is kind of weird going from 4 legs with Sprigatito to 2 with Fuligato, back down to 4, but it looks good. The right here is just a little meme thing Crispy, my finalizer, or my line artist, did. It's just a little meme thing. He gave it a Giga Chad face. I don't know why. It's funny, though. All right. We are sure to be getting into the fire starter next, and it is Fennekin. As many of you know, I love Fennekin. I love the whole line. Delphox and Braixen are some of my favorite Pokemon. And for your fire starter, the new one is Yumifox, the seamstress Pokemon. It is a fire fairy type. The normal color is up here. Sorry about the StreamYard logo. I don't have money to remove that, so you just have to deal with it. But you can see it. You can see it fine. And the below is the shiny color. The dex entry states while they can still turn into a great wisp of fire, they can then transform into either a bipedal or quadruped form depending on what they need for the situation. Obviously, I don't have a drawing of that. I'm not really going to do multiple forms of drawings unless the artist I'm working with wants to do that, then that's all good. But you'll just have to use your imagination for alternate forms of the Pokemon. So, Yumifox is based on Yumiko. More specifically, Inari Yumiko, which is a skin in the game. Some Pokemon will be based on specific skins, not just the base legend skin. Yumiko's weapons are hammer and bow, as you can see right here. Some Pokemon won't have much weaponry in their design, such as Tezcarada. I guess you could call those boots, but you know, it's no big deal though. All right. There's not much for the beta designs for the last 2 starters. They're just kind of draft, line, color. I do have someone else doing the color. It is Craw or MSM Joseph or Mr. Beast, as some of you guys call him. So yeah, he does the color. Crispy does the line art, and my friend, I accidentally revealed the water starter. My friend Chris does the beta designs. All right, as I accidentally revealed, yeah, the water starter is Popplio. It's my favorite water starter. Honestly, all of these starter choices were just because I like them. They're my favorite of the types. And for our last starter here is Sidramina, the Corsair Queen Pokemon. It is a water steel type. The normal color is up here, and the shiny color is down here. Dex entry states that Sidramina are dangerous and cunning Pokemon. They've used the metal they collected to make a sharp sword, or if they collected enough, a large cannon capable of taking down even the strongest of buildings. So yeah, unlike Popplio and Brionne, they are very dangerous Pokemon. They're not completely hostile though. They are a bit cunning and sneaky, but they won't go out of their way to attack anybody. It's just that they have the capability of being very dangerous. So, Sidramina is based on Sidra, the Corsair Queen, over here. Mainly just the actual character in the canon. We didn't do much with the tentacles. I had an idea. We never got this done for the beta design, which is this, by the way. But I had an idea to have an Octillery wrapped around its waist, where its body and tail meets. And basically have Octillery use its tentacles as makeshift legs for Sidramina. It never came to fruition, but I didn't really complain about it because it's really no big deal. It still looks great otherwise. My artists have done an amazing job on this. I gush about it all the time with them, but they've just done an amazing job. So, we still do have 2 more Pokemon to reveal, actually. It's not just the starters this time. So, what I mean by a new EV altogether is that I'm giving the EV treatment to a different Pokemon. And that Pokemon is one of my favorites of all time. Come on. Lopunny! Say what you want. I don't care. I'm giving Lopunny the EV treatment. So I'm giving it 8 new regional evolutions. And those types are Rock, Bug, Flying, Ghost, Ground, Steel, Dragon, and Poison. I don't know how this is popping up, but this little slide thing's blocking the poison. The ones we have done right now are Rock and Bug. And speaking of Rock, Corpunny, the Boulder Pokemon, is a pure Rock type. Shiny or normal color is up here, shiny color is below. The next entry states that they are simple creatures. They just spend their days sleeping most of the time. When they're awake, they're usually trying to find a new place to sleep. They're friendly creatures, being most friendly with Leavanny, which helps keep the moss off or clean on Corpunny. So Corpunny is based on Core, the boulder. Its weapons is gauntlets and hammer. Just wanted to state the inspiration. Now this is the beta design. Now for the most part, it does look good. Chris did a good job. However, the eye, the whole face did kind of weirded me out. So I told Crispy to change it up a bit, and luckily they did, because this new face does look really good, and it does look more in line with Core himself. So the final Pokemon I have to reveal today is Renpunny, the Bounty Hunter Pokemon. Normal color is up here, shiny color is down here. The text entry states, Renpunny are a sort of protector to more smaller Pokemon within the region. They're expert gunslingers, they can fly around quickly with their folded up moth wings, but they're not the brightest. So yeah, they're very strong. They have the Blicky, the Glocks, but they are kind of dumb. So, Renpunny is based on original the Bounty Hunter, and his weapons are Blasters and Orb. And for the beta design, not much really changed. The main ideas stick throughout. You know, the forearms, the guns, the hat. The only thing that was added was this little cape here, which I believe are the moth wings, but who knows? It still looked good either way. And that is the end of our reveals for today. There will be more. I will be making more videos based on Vahl. I won't be revealing every Pokemon, obviously. I'll probably leave the legendaries to be discovered for yourself. Or maybe I'll make like a whole Pokedex reading video or stream when it's all over, when we got everything. So yeah, what can you expect next out of this region? Well, you can expect the rest of the Lopunny evolutions here. The Flying, Ghost, Ground, Steel, Dragon, and Poison one. So yeah. Let me just go back up to here. It makes for good finishing. So yeah, that is Vahl, a Brawlhalla-based Pokemon region. I'm so excited to keep on working on this project. I'm almost done with the decks, actually. Out of the 66 legends, I only have 28 or 29 more to make Pokemon for. So we are over halfway done. A little over halfway done with all of them. Yeah. I hope you're as excited for this region as I am. It's a big passion project of mine. And trust me, there will be more regions once this one is done and over with. I've already started working on the next one just to alternate between this one and the other one to have a break when I'm getting bored of all. Yeah, that will be all. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day when this comes out. Bye-bye.